Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jocelyn Lovely. So good to see you guys here today. This reading today is going to be for my beautiful Aquarius. I'm loving this energy from you guys today. If you guys resonate with the video, like, share, and subscribe. For any readings or donations, you can click on the link at the description box below. All right, so we're starting this off with the Knight of Swords. Yes, this card usually looks like a very defensive person, right? Let's be honest. But today I'm getting that this was actually you. This isn't really more, right? Because what I'm mostly focused on is this energy that comes down to greet you, to touch you, to enlighten you. It's like this whole pathway was all here for you. It's this whole new energy taking over you. It's funny too, because now that I mentioned that too, the Lovers came under. Now I'm not seeing this as like you and another person, right? It seems more to me like these are facets of yourself that have been watching this part of yourself for a bit now. Or it's like these parts of yourself have finally embraced this part of you and decided to love it and give it nothing but compassion. And I think that's why this whole energy is seeping in through you. It's like you finally learned to love this facet of yourself. And now you have the Four of Pentacles, but it's mostly here, this energized, it's like I'm getting that the spirits are sending you this energy, or you're feeling this energy when you connect. It's like a light bulb moment, or wake up call, or just you being enlightened. And it's a beautiful energy. Like I've mentioned here, right? This King of Cups, this is you reveling in this beautiful energy. When you take time out to meditate, it's like you become one. You really, this is you at right now, at even heightened sense. Like you're connecting spiritually even more than you did before. Then you see this Knight of Pentacles, and above it, you see this Knight of Pentacles wanting and wishing. It's funny because above it was the Knight of Wands, but this seems more of like you wanting to call on to higher self, source, the ethers. This is you wanting to connect with your highest version of yourself. It's kind of like there's more gratitude here. There's more acceptance. It's like you finally it's like you finally realized that you weren't gonna get what you wanted, and so you stopped asking for that, or you stopped expecting it, and it just started seeming more like you were in surrender mode, and you were more accepting of the circumstances. And it was also because you've accepted this part of yourself that has been maybe holding on for too long, or closed off, or defensive. It's because you found love with those parts of self that you don't like. You're able to welcome this Ace of Cups, right? Which in turn really is more of like welcoming, or an opportunity for you to be more in tune with yourself, more in love with yourself. And because you've done this, because you've cleared or have accepted these parts of self that you've hated, you've caused the world the ending. You've caused an ending here. And it's funny because, again, you expected your surroundings, or like you wanted the 3D, you wanted the 3D to change your perspective. But it was actually the opposite, right? You expected the outside world, the outside changes to change you on the inside, but it didn't happen that way. And now it's like, okay, well, I accept it. And then because of that, now, right, in the state of acceptance and surrender and gratitude, you're able to manifest all these new opportunities in your 3D world, right? You have the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning as well, right? But it's more of like inviting you. This is more an invitation to live a more abundant life because you realize your self-worth and abundance within yourself, right? This is more of like, I have finally accepted who I am. I have finally realized that I deserve better and I'm not settling for less. And because you're able to accept that, again, it's all about acceptance, you're able to bring in more into your outer world. The Eight of Pentacles, like look at all this fire. Now because of this change inside, you're able to light up. There's a more passionate side of you. There's a more openness to you. There's more coming in to you because of this. And also, right, the Eight of Pentacles, it's like a celebrating your achievements, being grateful for your achievements, but it's also, it talks about investing, right? Investing into the future, looking at what you do want and working towards that. Long-term investments, right? This is the Page. Of course, this skull in itself just means that, like, what I'm getting is you had to let go of a part of yourself that was no longer working, and it's been there for so long that the minute that you let go of this part of yourself, it's like more things come to you. It's like you became grateful. You were grateful for what you had, but then you were like, it's time to let it go. And that's what got you to the Ten of Pentacles. You know what's funny? This is like totally, this reminds me of like humility, right? You go from wanting so many things in your life. You know, if I had the car, if I had the nice car, if I had the house, if I get married, right? If I got married or had kids, or maybe if my husband started paying more attention to me, right? Then I'd be happy. If I had the better job, I'd be happy. If I got paid more, I'd be happy, right? If I had that purse, then I'd be happy. Right? It's the same thing. But it was only when you were able to surrender to these expectations and just like say F it and let it be, that's when you found your true happiness. That's when you realize you were able to be happy, right? It was never about anybody else making you happy. It was never about your family. It was never about anything other than you. You alone got to the Ten of Pentacles. What does that say about you? Right? What does that say about you and the power you have within you? Learning your self-worth, learning your value, right? Not depending on anybody else to make you happy because you know it's all within you. What does that say about how powerful you really are? It's also too like, maybe before people took you, because you expected people to love you, these people were the ones to crush you. These were the people that took advantage of you. And because, again, it's all about lacking self-worth, right? But now that you know your self-worth, it's like, it's going to be harder for people this time around to pull the wool over your eyes, right? Because you've taken these two new opportunities to deepen the self-love, right? Because you're taking these opportunities, you're no longer welcoming people that don't reflect this self-love, self-abundance, self-worth, self-confidence, right? You no longer attract jobs that are going to be taking advantage of you. You're no longer accepting people who only want but don't give, right? Because you don't reflect that anymore. Before you did, which is why you attracted all these lessons to teach you that, no, these people aren't for you, right? The whole point of you letting these people destroy you and letting them go, or these places, things, or whatever, the reason you had to let them go was so that you learn your worth, learn to love yourself, and you did. Then you have the I'm telling you, these lessons in humility, right? It's crazy, because that's what it was. It's all about humility, understanding that you don't know the answers to your happiness, that these people weren't going to make you happy, right? And it's like, damn, right? Because you focus so hard on what you think your happiness is, and the irony is that it never is that. And that is, again, gratitude and humility at its core. If you guys, like, seriously, comment on the chat box if there's anything in there, if you have any experience with irony, right, regarding what you thought would make you happy versus the reality of it, right, expectations versus reality. Put that in there. It would be so hilarious just seeing what the responses are, because this is what I'm saying. This is all our ego, right? We all think we know what we want, and then it turns out never to be that. At least it didn't stop you, right? Because you could have been so torn and then stuck on this energy for the rest of your life, but you didn't. You learned to let go and just surrender and humble yourself. So congratulations. Then you get these two energies here, right? The Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. But regardless, what I'm saying here is, like, seems to me like it's really so as above, so below, right? These energies, because you have two wands up and down conflicting each other. It seems more like energy to me. This seems to me like higher source, or source is sending you energy, and you're more open to receiving it. Like, look how open this person is, this thing is. Like, this whole area is open just for you to receive. And it's like you're more open now than you were before. Maybe before you were being sent downloads and energy and this and that and the third, but you weren't receiving it because of what you were expecting. Now that you're not, it's like you're in full-blown gratitude and ready to receive more than you could have ever thought possible. Yeah, and that's your justice, right? It's like, it's not the justice you wanted. It never is, right? And this is exactly what this reading is about. It's never what you want, but it's what you need. I feel you on that one, okay? I'm kind of pissed off saying this. This pisses me off, but it's true, right? It's what it is. Although my ego is a huge part of me, so it's really trying to defend itself right now by saying this is bullshit, but, right? This is all about me needing humility. Me needing more humility, right? Yeah, you're taking this is the truth, right? The truth is here. The truth is everything. It's like, you're coming this time around, you're coming at this new cycle differently. You're praying. It's like you praying for the willingness to be in more of a surrender state. And you're praying for the willingness to not expect. Clearly, because nothing ever turned out the way you wanted, and your face ends up being planted on the floor every time. So here you are with the Queen of Wands, right? Connecting with this new portal, this new opportunity, this new abundance that's in you. But it's really the energy that you're displaying. It's like you're finally seeing things for what they are. You're finally letting go. And I think this is what's getting you closer to connecting with that higher version of yourself. And yeah, look, you ended up as the Emperor, right? Because look at you. In disbelief of what transpired, right? It's like, really? This is what it took for me to be happy at the Ten of Pentacles, right? And it's also too all the pain that you had to endure, right? But this person still trying to be gracious and loving and understanding and just present. This person sitting there present with what is, an acceptance of what is. This is a graceful card right here. Yeah, guys, that's all I have for you. I love you all, my beautiful Aquariuses. If you guys, again, comment in the chat box, let me know. These stories are going to be hilarious. I already know. So that's it. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.